Hi everyone, what a lovely day. Well, I'm now on my way back to my house. Been to work this morning, I've just done a couple of chores. I need to have a look at Bertie bus today. I moved it down to the house a couple of days ago, took the cover off, fired up okay, and the idea is just getting ready really, because we're going to be going on a little camping trip fairly soon. And I noticed when it's been parked that there's some water getting in. Obviously it wasn't with the cover on, but since I parked it with the cover off, and I had a quick look, and it looked like it was cracks in the little skylight. So I need to have a look at that, either see if I can repair it or see if I can get another one or something else. I'm not sure if I'll be able to get another one the same, so I might be able to, I don't know, fettle something else to fit it, but we will see. I'm going to have a quick look online after I've measured it, see if there's anything available. It really is a nice day. So I've been driving about a bit in George now. Obviously keeping an eye on the oil. There's been one or two drips, but it's a Morris Minor, that's the way they roll. But it doesn't leak anywhere near it did before. And I purely think, take me out off it, it's getting warm. I purely think that that's because that was overfilled with oil. I don't mean absolutely overfilled, I mean it's filled up to the top line. And I've said before, when I've owned this car over the last, well, I've known this car for 10 years, and before I used to always keep the oil level to the bottom of the mark, and I hardly lost any oil. I did tell the guy who had it from me that's what I did, but whether he didn't take notice or what, everyone's got their own ideas. And that was filled to the top, if not over the top line. Well, since I've changed the oil, I've kept it on the low mark, there's been nowhere near as much oil lost. It's running okay. Now when I put the filter back together, as you'll see if you've seen the video, I put the washer that goes on the bottom of the filter upside down. It's kind of like this washer that goes on the bottom of the filter. And there's a spring under it which holds it to the top. So it puts a good seal at the top. But I managed to put that in upside down. I was thinking about it, whether to worry about it or not, and I'm not going to. Just going to leave it. Because I don't think, although that is wrong, I get that, I don't think it's going to make any difference. It's just more tighter in. Anyway, been using the car since, haven't had any problems, so I think it's fine. But we will find that out one day if something goes wrong, but I can't see it myself. So if you're doing yours, just bear in mind, I put mine in upside down. Right, so we're nearly back to mine. And like I said, today I'm going to have a look at this. Try to think what you'd call it. Skylight? Yeah, skylight in the top of the bus. We'll see Bertie bus in a second. So we go around this corner. There he is, down in the corner. I will just check the oil on George as well, just to make sure that everything's good. I'll be in a minute. Rightio, let's get the bus open so we can have a closer look. what I'm talking about here. There it is, that skylight there. No, that didn't rain. I put that tray there with some paper towels in, hoping that if it rained I'd be able to see exactly where the water was coming from. But we have noticed there's a couple of cracks in the glass here. It did rain pretty heavy a few days ago, so that wouldn't have helped. But we never had any water in last year when we were camping, so whether those cracks were there or they've just appeared through being brittle, we'll have a closer look at it. Yeah, what I think has happened is here where the cracks are, and the water's come in there, run down wherever and gone along, because where the marks, if you look on here, they're obviously dry now, but here and here was where the water was. Why I put this there, to see what would happen if it rained anymore. Whether I can get another panel, I'll have to have a look. We will see, eh? Obviously it lifts up like so. I can't see anywhere else where water would have came in and landed there. But what I think I will do is I'll measure this and see if I can get anything online the same, or maybe put something over it. I'm pretty sure that's going to be there. I mean, that's probably quite brittle now, isn't it? Right, I'm going to get a tape measure and just measure that before I do anything. Measure, and I make it 47 by 47 centimetres. I'm pretty sure that's where the water's coming. Look how cracked it is. It feels very brittle. Just weird how those bolts go through. You'd thought that would have been glued on, wouldn't you? But what do I know? Let's have a look from the outside. As you can see, it's like quite big bolts through it. Very weird, isn't it? See, this roof's not brilliant. It's peeling everywhere. It's got rivets in it everywhere. I'm surprised they don't leak anywhere else. You can see there's some water sitting on the edge there, look. But like I say, I've had no problem with water anywhere else in this roof, so it's got to be that Skylight. Right, try and have a look online and see whether that's still available. Yeah, look from the top of it. This is where I think the water's coming in here, look. It's like cracked here and across here. That looks very similar to one I've just seen on the internet. Will it fit? It's only one way of finding out, really, isn't it? It's either bodging this one or buying it and hope I can get it as another crack on this side as well. I mean, these bolts going through don't help, do they? But what else can you do? Yeah, there's peeling a bit everywhere. But like I say, I don't think I've had any water come through that. Don't know what they painted it with, but it's splitting off everywhere. Anyway, that's not the concern. It's this, where the water is coming. I think a slightly different shape to one I've seen online, but the measurements look like that should fit. What to do? Right, so I've actually found one eBay, and the description says that it is for a T2 bay window 1968 to 1979 Devon Skylight. Well, this is a Devon, it's 1973, so in theory that should be the one. I think I need to order that. Yeah, I think I'll do that. And meanwhile, what I think I will do is just stick something up there to stop that coming through. Meanwhile, hopefully that's quick delivery, but you get these things, they say, oh, a couple of days, and then a fortnight later, and like I say, we're going to be going camping very soon. I'll have a quick look in garage. I think I may have some clear sealant. I'll go have a look. Look what I just found. Some multi-purpose silicone clear. It's probably way out of date. Looks like 2022. The 9th 22. What is it? 23? That ain't gonna hurt, is it? Yep, let's put some of this on it. It's gonna help. A little bit of soapy water in the bucket. For two things really. One, I'm going to put it on top of there and see whether I can see if it's coming through there. And two, give it a bit of a clean up before I put anything on it. First of all, I think I'll just shut that down. There we go then. Let's see if there's any more cracks in it really, but that's the main thing, isn't it? Just to see whether simulate a bit of rain on it. Soapy rain as well, eh? At the same time, I can have a little clean up this roof around the back here. Look where it's a bit grubby. Might as well. I don't know what I can do with this roof. I'm definitely going to have a better look at it later date. Everything's a later date, isn't it? Yeah, let's see if I can find something to probably paint it with. But like I say, that'll be a later date. Right, I'm just going to continue to give us a little clean up, and then we'll see if there's any water in. We're on here now. That's the last of that. What was it? About up to here. I've had a clean up, mainly here where I want to put some sealant where I think this might be leaking. Who knows? Let's pop round and have a look and see what's happened. Well, there's no drips down there, is there? There's nothing there. Nothing's come through. How strange. I was expecting to see some water on these tissues at least, but there's nothing. That is very, very strange. Let's have a closer look. Nothing. So how did that water get in? Right. Now I'm not thinking what to think. How did the water get in? I think I'm going to put some sealer on there anyway, and it's due to rain tomorrow overnight, so we'll see what happens then. If it leaks, it leaks. but I might be able to see where it's coming from. How very strange. I definitely thought that would have been enough water there to come through. Literally tipped it straight onto it. That is strange. Maybe it was pushed in with the cover being on it and it made it leak more, and now I've been lifting it up and down, it's freed it off. But I think with opening and shutting that ain't going to help it, is it? But it just seems strange that the water's not come through now. Right, I'm going to dry that off and put some of the sealant on. So I've tried quite a lot of water on there now, and I've just dried it all off again. Not a dripping sight. Maybe it won't even shut properly or something, who knows. I'm going to use some of this sealant now to seal up these cracks. We'll see what happens when it rains next. It's the only thing I can do now. Right, so I'll put a load of sealant on it. Gone over it with my finger. I'm now just going to put another bead on top and spread it, and then I'm going to leave that. The only thing I can do is just check what happens when we get this rain later today, tomorrow. I've gone way over the top. I'll put it around all the bolts what are holding it together, just in case, but I don't think that's leaking there at all. And this roof, I think, looking at this closely, this peeling, that's just where someone's painted over the top of it. I don't think it's really affected it. I might be wrong, I just don't know, but there's a hell of a lot of rivets in these. Maybe when I do get enough time, when I feel like it, I might try and do something with it, but at this moment in time I think I'm going to leave it, and like I say, we'll have a look tomorrow when it's raining. That's the plan now. We'll see what happens. Well, I've got that on the top now. We'll have to see what happened. There'll be an update when it rains, of course. I'll try and get in and see if any water comes in. I think I'm still going to order that Skylight and change it anyway, but now I'm thinking, where did the water come in? Who knows? Right, like I said, while we're here, I need to check the oil on George. So I'll just get a rag and we'll do that now. The bonnet pull. There's still plenty of work to get done on George when I get round to it. This door, that's not looking good, is it? Oh, there you go. He's not felt a bit yet. Right, so let's whip the dipstick out. He's been sitting here now probably an hour, hasn't he? There we go. That's actually over that line, so I put more in than I thought. So that's good. I'm going to just leave it there. I ain't going to put any more in. And I want it to work its way towards the bottom. And it probably won't lose any now. That'll probably sit there. Whereas before, it was above that line. And that's not a good thing on these cars. Well, that's what I've found. You might find different, but I always tend to keep mine closer to the bottom, if not just above that bottom. Hey, I'm pleased we haven't lost enough to worry about. There will be some oil marks on here, but these might have been from Phoebe. It might even be from this car. It might even be from Bertie, who knows. As you can see, it's pretty dry on the bottom now. Just towards the back end, you can see one drip on there, and that is quite normal. So I'm happy with that. It's all good. So with that, guys, I think I'm going to leave this video here. Like I said, there'll be an update on what happens with the roof when I either get the panel to put on, or if it rains, we'll get in there, just see if there's any leaks. Hopefully not, eh? Catch you later. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.